Batman Who Laughs issue 6 sees the Last Laugh protocol deployed across Gotham City as Batman, who although is still falling under the influence of the Batman Who Laughs serum and his craziness, still vows to come for the villain. In the Batcave, Jim and James plead with Batman to shut off the last laugh, but James thinks he's gone too far. Batman says that he isn't, although Alfred notes that his toxicity levels are too high and his blood is almost all been saturated by the toxin. Bruce refuses to slow down, saying that the last laugh is their only chance, since until Grim Knight hacks into it, they control the city's power grid. Jim doesn't understand how that matters now, but James says that it gives them time to set a trap. Bruce confirms his plans on setting a trap to make the Batman Who Laughs face him, and the Gordons will help him protect the city. Bruce explains that the drones sent out will coat the city in an antitoxin, and if the Grim Knights infects the water, he will coat the city in the Batman Who Laughs toxin. Jim wonders how he will win against the villain, and Batman says he will win because he is mostly him now. The Batman Who Laughs meanwhile calls in Other Earth's Bruce Wayne, who at the time is accepting an award for all that he has done with the Bat brand. Batman contacts the villain as he fires on the Bruce, but Batman made the other Bruce disappear. Batman says that the villain will do anything he says now, explaining he's transferred all power from the dark metal sites around Gotham to the biggest pile right under Wayne Manor, creating a vortex of dark energy. The villain knows because of it, Bruce can see all of the versions of himself and see why he's right, that they are all happier and better than he is, and he wonders if he understands why. Batman tells the villain to come to him and he will bring through the last Bruce Wayne so the villain can finish his plan. The villain knows the Grim Knight will take control of the systems, but Bruce says that he has taken precautions. The villain thinks he's bluffing, but Bruce knows he doesn't have enough serum for all of the city just yet. Jim and James meanwhile access a special room in the Batcave just for them. While they access it, James wants to talk to his father about something, but Jim doesn't want to talk. James says that night he found him, he was going to throw away his medicine, since being a good person is almost all pain, but didn't give in since working with Batman and his father made him want to try, and now he wants his father to let him complete his program. Jim refuses, since he knows the goodness James showed is just a mask, and maybe one day he can believe it, but for now he isn't ready. The armory doors open, giving Jim and James weapons as Jim promises his son that when he is jailed he will be treated well. Batman meanwhile is told by Alfred that his blood is almost all toxic now, but Bruce doesn't care, saying that he's doing something and tells Alfred to stick to the plan and stay away from the Batman Who Laughs when he arrives. Casting off the metal visor, Bruce knows that he must take the leap. He confronts the Batman Who Laughs, who says looking at Bruce now is like looking at a mirror. Bruce says that he will never be like him, as the villain tells him that he cannot see his play here, since anything Bruce does results in the villain winning anyway. Bruce wants to show him the plan so the villain attacks. Grim Knight contacts the Batman Who Laughs, saying that he's in the waterway. Grim Knight fights off the sentries in there before he can poison the water. But before he can actually poison it, he is attacked by Batsuit wearing Jim and James. The Grim Knight isn't impressed with their high-tech suits, instantly hacking them and shutting them down, saying no more gadgets and tricks. It's just him and Jim now, for one last time. The father and son's guns still work, firing on the villain, but they do little to stop his advances. Grim Knight wonders if Jim knows what he did to his son on his Earth, saying he locked him away and forgot about him while others tried to help, but anytime they tried, Jim never believed them, and eventually James hung himself in prison. The Knight continues to try and get to Jim as Batman and the Batman Who Laughs violently fight, with the villain asking Bruce what is a bat. Batman is told by Alfred that the energy has peaked and that the Bruce Wayne is about to come through the portal, and that his blood is almost all taken over by the toxin. Batman tells him to stick to the plan as his illusions get worse and worse. The villain says that a bat's job is to show everyone how to evolve and become the best of themselves, and every version of Bruce he's been killing are happy, but they are selfish since they gave up on their ideals to compromise to win, making them perfect bats. The villain tells Batman to bring forth whatever version of Bruce he thinks will make him win, and he doesn't know any single version of Bruce that was, or is, or will be truly happy. Batman knows of one, however, his past version of himself, a young Bruce Wayne. Batman greets his younger self, telling him to run through the gates as he won't let the Batman Who Laughs get him. The Gordons meanwhile fight the Grim Knight, who keeps trying to turn James on Jim, but Jim isn't having any of it, fist-fighting the villain after James is knocked down. Grim Knight says that Jim believes James is a psycho killer, and deep down he knows it's true. The villain chokes Jim as he says he loves James, but he is wrong. James pulls down his bat cowl, saying his father wasn't wrong at all. The Batman Who Laughs comes for Batman, but says he doesn't need a young Bruce. Throwing his batarangs at Batman, he says that all of the dark truths he's shown Batman about Gotham, he's about to show him the funniest one now. The villain says that the happiest Bruce Wayne in existence isn't that young boy, or any Bruce Wayne he's brought through the portals and killed. Revealing a serum syringe, the Batman Who Laughs stabs Bruce with it, saying he is the happiest Bruce, and he becomes the happiest when he becomes the Batman Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs issue 6 heads into the endgame as the book climaxes with Batman fighting the Batman Who Laughs one-on-one. Scott Snyder has been crafting an excellent story that looks at what makes Batman tick while also playing with the idea of his happiness, something that's handled very, very well here in this book, but not so much in another book I won't mention. He also does this really cool thing where we see Batman talking and he's being overcome by the toxins, and every now and then you'll get a letter that's like a different color, and if you put all those letters together you can see the clear-minded Bruce actually talking and trying to fight his way out of the toxin, which I thought was absolutely brilliantly handled. The cliffhanger at the ending was so damn awesome, and I'm curious to see what the final issue will be, especially since this book was meant to end on this issue. So what more did Scott Snyder write or expand on? But I'm very excited to find out what he did. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the Book Depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.